Well, let's go to some other issues. Of course, the issues that we've been discussing about the creation of new states will bring us to the issue of the listing of the local government from the Constitution. What does this hold? We have the federal government, the state government, and the local government.
Yes.
The local government seems to be the grassroots government. But if that is autonomy, so to say, is taken away, what do we have?
Well, I think, thank you. Some of the misconception we had about this issue was some people going to town to say, oh, the conference has deleted,
Delisted.
No. They said that we have cancelled local government administration in this country. It's not so. We've not scrapped local government administration. What we have done really is to align our local government administration with the best practices in every federalism. In any federal arrangement, a federalism is a system of a government where a given territory is governed by tiers of government that are coordinate, and usually it's the central government and the federation units. So what we heard about having the federal government, state government, local government was an aberration as 3 tiers of government sharing money from Abuja. What we have done this time around is that we have said, okay, look, local government should be residual in any federation. So we have brought local governments to the states. They will not have the basis. What they have only done is to delist them from the federal constitution. That each state now will manage the number of local government, will fund them, will administer them, will have their laws for the local government. So if Gatima wants local government in Borno State,
Yeah.
I don't have to vote in Osun State to approve that local government. That's what you're having now. That's what we have in Lagos State, where Lagos State created local government. To date, they remain inchoate. So, and of course, there are the military did a lot of abnormalities in this system. Local government were created by fiat. There's no standard for it. They are just created anyhow. A lot of disproportionate arrangement. Now we said that, look, let the revenue be shared between the states and the federal government, and now each state now will determine how to manage local government. They may reduce it, they may increase it, they may decide to make every company a local government. Once they are going to decide how to fund it. And we have also said, we are not transferring local government to become the fief of the governor. No. We have said that each state must also have what you call the State Revenue Allocation Committee that will administer and share funds between the states and local government. One other thing we have done, we have said that each state as a federal unit must have their own constitution. So that it's not like the governor is acting by fiat. There's a constitution in every state that spell out all these things. But we are going to have a better local government administration than the existing ones where they just go to Abuja, they share money, and nobody knows what's happening.
But so, with what we have, won't we have a situation where the governor of a state is going to be Mr. Take-It-All, in the sense that he decides who heads the commission that, like you said, the commission that administrates the local government, the fund and all of that? Aren't we going to see come back to the governor being the almighty and the ultimate owner of this particular tier of government?
Well, you know, the situation today is that the governor is the owner of any fund assigning to any local government. The chairman merely signs as receipt. He takes some for his staff to go and pay, to go and do party. The rest belongs to the governor. But what we have done now is to formalize the situation whereby local government is the baby of the state, whereby have a state allocation committee with the House of Assembly passing some laws, including the tenure, including the process of removal. In other words, guaranteeing the tenure of whoever is the chairman. You, the chairman of local government, you have to be elected. If you are appointed, there will be no funds for you. If you're a transition chairman, there will be no funds. Now, the boss of that state allocation committee cannot just be fired by the governor. Just like the Attorney General of the state, you have tenured appointments, because we know that some governors are going to be greedy, some are going to be conscientious. So that guarantee is there. First, it's guarantee the existence of the local government itself.
All right, let me go to Mr. Lima. The issue of power rotation is probably going to become law if the proposition by the Confab is being ratified. And it's going to make statutory the fact that the South will have its own turn and the North will have its own turn.
You know, this what you call transition kind of arrangements that you have in place so that every region will feel part of the process. But the ideal in any society is for leadership to emerge based on excellence, irrespective of which zone you come from. But that will be a later day phenomenon when this cohesion, this nation building, this, you know, people keep on saying Nigeria is just a state, is still not a nation. There's that concept of a people choosing by themselves to be part of a process, to love that process, the society. So when that happens, eventually you will begin to think in terms of who is the best person that could be the leader of a society.
So you agree with
yes,
the recommendation?
it's a transition period. You know, within the, you know, whatever development processes you have to look at the work in progress and all that kind of. Having said that, I want to still touch on the issue of the local government because that's very critical. Communities that have really developed very well are communities that have empowered the local governments. Like I repeatedly have seen situations where even issues about motor parks are being decided at the federal level in Abuja and all that.
You have a special assistant
exactly.
up to the governor in charge of motor parks.
And that kind of thing, you know. So it's absolutely important that we come to understand that the local government autonomy, if that's what the recommendation is from the delegates, that would be highly applauded. But the most important thing is that communities function if you give them autonomy in terms of fund generation. And I think it's that particular issue had been taken care of by the oversight responsibility. But still, I want to see, having seen the experience of what the governors had done, you know, pocketing the local government accounts, you know, when they have this joint account and all that kind of a thing. We need to still have an oversight responsibility ahead of the governors from still the federal level. In whatever way that is going to be made functional, it's absolutely important that somebody is there to checkmate the excesses of the governors, as you've also been.
Let me start.